It's mundane, right? But don't you get a kick out of your stationery? So, in this time when we're all looking for what we can be grateful for, I'll tell you what I'm grateful for: my stationery and my office setup. Now, I didn't always have a lovely built office to work in that was custom built for me. I did used to work in my lounge at a coffee table, even not even at the dining room table, at a coffee table, and it used to drive my family insane because I'd be talking all the time and doing things and rustling around. And I came up with some really good strategies to not annoy my family and to have them not annoy me. So I thought that I would jump on with you this morning and I would talk about a few of those things. Now, if you are not a part of my free business group, which is Business Out Loud and Authentic, it's for babes that really want to make a difference in the world, you want to cut all the shit and actually make your business really work for you and show up in a way that really serves your clients, go and join that free business group. So on this business page here, there's a link to join the group. Just click in, answer the questions, and I'll let you in. I did a really good training in there this morning about listening to your heart and what to do if your business is not quite flowing for you at the moment. But the purpose of this live today is to talk to you about office setup. So I'm probably going to show you a few of the things that really saved my life. I don't know whether you can order these online at the moment. Excuse me, going out of your view. I will come back. But a really good set of headphones. So a friend of mine, fabulous marketer, Monica, introduced me to these. I saw that she was wearing them one day and they're absolutely amazing. They are soft, like I can't wear things that really hurt my ears. They are beautifully soft, they are light, and they are apparently the best on the market, and I'd actually have to agree, like they're actually pretty good. So they also cut out a lot of noise because of the padding, and they're quite small, so they fit my small head, and they're quite flat. You know, they don't look too knobby. So if you can still order these online from overseas, I'm not sure if you can or if you want to, but they are Sony headphones, and they are MDR XB550. Those really saved my life and meant that I could not necessarily even talking to people or listening to podcasts or anything like that, but even just if people around me were being really noisy, you know how doing the dishes, there's a lot of clanging and banging and it can get quite overwhelming. I find that when I worked inside my house with my family, I now have an office on my property, so I'm still in my office even in lockdown, feeling pretty spoiled actually. But I used to get really overwhelmed by the banging, like, you know, when you're really intense and you're really in your work and then crash and it takes you out and you're like, it takes ages to get to that point. So I would listen to Spotify and have my headphones on with me, and that worked really, really well with me. Hey, good morning. We're talking about office setup. So if you've got any questions, please go ahead and post them below. And I'd love to see a picture of your office setup. At the moment, we're talking about headphones and how it can really save you from being completely and utterly overwhelmed. So they are the absolute best tip. Find a playlist that you really like that you can listen to that's low-key in the background so that it takes the other noise away from you. And if you want some really good relaxation tips, if you are feeling overwhelmed, then follow Robin Charlton, who has got a group called Cultivating Calm. Absolutely amazing tips for remaining calm right now and trying to work. And here's my coffee delivery. Thank you, darling. Do you want to say hello to everybody?
Hello. Hope everyone's well.
He's not keen to get in the picture, even though he's fully clothed. So yeah, coffee. Thank you. Right, what else can you do to make your office space at home really great? Have everything completely clear and organised. If you're a paper writer like I am, you have lists coming out your ears, but what you can do is you can transfer those lists onto a spreadsheet. So I now run a spreadsheet that has just to do things all over the spreadsheet, and it's a higgledy-piggledy mess like my lists would be, because I have 100 lists going at any one time. And then I just go in and I color code them. So green for shit, Michelle, this is important, you need to do this, like it's either something that I've got to do for a client, or it's something to do with making money, or something really important, something to do with my goals. And then orange would be the things that I really want to get done today, but they're not of vital importance, so they'll probably get done towards the later end of the day. And then red is nice to have, or maybe I'll outsource it. Those things, in all honesty, those things never actually get done, you know. But color coding is a great thing to do, because for me, I get overwhelmed in my office and my work, if I've got a massive to-do list and I can't get through it. So by categorizing it, I actually feel a whole lot better. There's a whole lot of ways that you can categorize your list, but that's just my particular favorite way. If you have to work on a desk at home, I suggest that you put a tablecloth on it that's just one colour, a white one if you can, because when your space is clear, you know this in your bedroom, right? When the space is clear, you feel less overwhelmed and you can actually just get on with the task at hand. So even though you're currently working from home, make a space. And if it's not a dedicated space, like if you only get to use that for 2 hours and then it turns back into the kitchen table, fine, make it your space for 2 hours. Put your tablecloth on it. Put some pretty flowers or some rosemary on it if you want to, and then put your pens out, put your paper out and have it ordered. And if you have, just like when you go to work, and if you're a massage therapist, your bed is set up in a certain way. If you're an office worker, your desk is set up in a certain way. Try and recreate that for yourself at home so that you're taking some of the stress away. Because some of it is that the environment that you're in allows you to drop into work mode, and that's been taken away from you. So try and recreate that for yourself. The other thing that you can do to make your life a whole lot more fun, of course, is pretty stationery. And hopefully you've already got some at home. But, like buying beautiful pens from Typo. It's my weakness, I have to say. Pretty pens and pretty stationery and paper just makes me feel calm and at ease and like I'm a serious business person and I've got this and I'm going to do it. My next trick for working from home, power hours. Work in an absolute power hour. The way that you do this is, so at the beginning of the week when I plan my week, and if you haven't heard me talking about weekly planning, please go and join my free business group. You can do it right now if you like. Business Out Loud and Authentic. I just did a training in there this morning that talked about how to plan your weeks, your months, your days, your years. How to plan absolutely everything. So go on over there. I do lots of free trainings in there as well. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. So when I plan at the beginning of a week, I plan the things that are going to get me towards the goals that I want to achieve for that week. So those things become my power hours, and then I put them straight into my diary. Now, when I get to a power hour, I grab a piece of paper and I do a quick brainstorm for the first 5 minutes. What are the tasks that need to be done? What are the most important things that need to be done? What are the resources I need? And then bang, I get going. After the first 5 minutes, I'm running, head down. I do not wee, I do not get coffee. If my husband goes, what are we having for tea? Like, I just completely ignore everything else. And I just don't even answer him. And he's like, oh yeah, just doing a power hour. I've just gotten used to my funny, quirky little ways now, and they just let me to it. And then I set a timer, so the 5 minutes and then the 50 minutes. And then for 5 minutes at the end, 5 minutes at the end, I go and review what I've done. I highlight anything that still needs to be done, and I add that either to another power hour if it's going to take too long, or I add it to my to-do list on my spreadsheet that I've color-coded. And after I've done the hour, then I reward myself. So I go and play with the dog, or I go and get a coffee with my husband, or I go for a walk, or I do something. Because I've focused so intensely for an hour, I can actually do 4 hours of work in that 1 hour. That's how I get so much done. It's purely focus. And every single business book that you read from every single great business person, alive or dead, will always tell you that focus is the absolute key, and it is. So those are some tricks for you to focus and to stay out of overwhelm and to keep working at home, because we are going to come out of lockdown and we are going to have our businesses back. And what you do in your business right now really matters. By the way, there is some government funding in New Zealand for businesses who have staff and want to make a plan for how to thrive after COVID. Please approach me about that. It's completely fully funded. You don't need to put in any money of your own. If you'd like to chat to me about that today, then please do reach out to me, send me a Facebook message, and I'll make some time to have a chat to you today. Wishing you all a fabulous day working from home, and just stay calm, stay out of overwhelm, and keep chugging along. Have a great day. Bye for now.